Okay, I fixed it. Whoops the daisies. Okay, I fixed it. Don't worry. I don't. Yeah, trying to decipher that. Anyways, okay, I fixed it. We're back. Do not fear. I totally broke it, but I am back now. So, I'm going to try and figure out what I'm doing for a rosary. So, I have these fancy red beads that I bought. I have these fancy blue beads that I bought. I have these fancy butterflies that I bought, which are going to be Our Father beads. So, like, I have to pick another color. But I also have these pretty little roses. Like, are these not the prettiest things you've ever seen? And then I also have, of course, all of these colors. But I think I'm going to do the blue. I'm going to do the blue. And I'm thinking maybe the roses. Do you think they'll stand out enough? I'm not certain if I should do these with these or if I should do them with something else. Wait, oh my gosh, I forgot about these ones. I have these ones too to make a rosary with. And then I could do like these beads. I don't know. Yes, I did. I'm on my computer. I have to use my computer. I mean, I don't have to. I can use my phone, but it's more convenient to use my computer. Because for phone live streams, they have to be on YouTube Shorts, which I think is kind of weird, and I don't really appreciate the way that they look on phone live streams, so I use my computer to live stream. So yes, my computer is okay. I just dropped it off my desk, which is elevated, and so it fell off my desk onto the floor, and it fell upside down, so it closed the computer, and then, like, I reopened it, and the live stream was still on, but it was like, your connection is unstable, please wait while we fix it, and then it was taking forever, so I just ended that one, and then I closed the tab and made a new live stream. But yeah. Anyways, I need your help to figure out what I should make for a rosary. So I have these pretty ones. I'm using my computer to live stream. I'm on my bed right now. You can see all of my... Okay, hang on. I have to show you how ginormous this thing is. This thing is huge. I didn't realize that it was as big as it was until I got it home and compared it with my other Squishmallows that I thought were huge. This thing is ginormous, and I got it for like $30 because it was on a liquidation place, so it was like super cheap. And they had Marill, and I can't remember what was the other one that they had too. But I chose Dragonite because Dragonite's pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, you have to help me choose what I'm making. I have two ideas. So you have to choose the main beads, and then I'm going to have to choose Our Father beads that go with them. Do I make one with these blue beads, these like blue marble ones? That's option one. And then these fun little colorful ones is option two. These red ones are option three. And then option four is these little like pink pearl ones. Those ones are harder to see because they're not in a strand, so I can't just show you the strand. But you have to pick one because I don't know which one to do. So pick one of the four options. I'm not doing a Life Series rosary. So the blue, the red, the colorful, or the pearly pink. Those are the options. And then I'll have to choose Our Father beads to go with those. I know, but no. Okay. I don't know if I'm getting rid of. I don't have a potato bead, and I'm not mixing all of them because then I couldn't make the rosaries in that color. So pick one. It's simple. 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, or 4. Just 1, 2, 3, or 4. You're so complicated. Have my supplies. No, it's not how that works. While I wait for you to actually make a decision, I'm going to fix this one because this one I pulled out of the bag and one of the connections came apart because it's like the second rosary I ever made. So it's not that good. There's not a first time for everything. Putting a potato in a rosary is not something that is going to be a first time ever. I have to fix this one though. I need to cut off the tiniest bit because it's too long. Okay, also Sam, I need your opinion on something. So, I'm doing a free will donation for them, and I can't decide if it's better to tell people how much they cost to make, like supplies wise, or not. Because the issue is if people decide to just like donate like $1, then I only make a third of the cost back. But also, I feel like if I tell people that the cost is only about $3, then they're less likely to do like $20 unless they're like really generous. Granted, it's not about the money for me because I actually just enjoy making rosaries. But yeah, so I don't know if it's better to tell people how much they cost to make with a free will donation or whether it's better to just be like, free will donation suggested prices like $5 or $10 because, you know, they're not like super high quality rosaries, so I'm not expecting to get like $20 to $30 for them, but I'm also like, I don't want just $1 because they cost more than that to make, and I want at least the cost back. Because the beads are about $2 when you, or no, about $1 when you factor in. Yeah, see, my thing is just like the beads cost about $1 when you add all of it up because there's 59 beads in every rosary, so there's about $1 of cost in that. I have to buy crucifixes and rosary centers, which are about like 20, I think they were about 10 cents for each rosary, and then yeah. Well, it'll be because so my dad is selling coffee at the farmer's market for his business, and I'm going to go with help him keep him company and stuff. And so I'm going to set up a pegboard on the side that has my rosaries hanging up, and then I'm just going to sell them with a like free will donation of like give me what you want. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much to like. I don't know how to do it exactly because I've never really done a farmer's market before. So like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I think I'm gonna make the red one. Well, I only have 2 done right now, and these 2 I'm not expecting a whole lot for because these 2 are like probably not the best quality. I am gonna have a guarantee though, so like message me and I will fix it for you. But I have 2 done, and I have an entire week to work on more, and they only take me a half hour to an hour each. So like I'll probably have quite a few. I'm just gonna do the red. I need our father beads for these. Can they match with the roses? Not really. Actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do the red. But also, okay, another thing that I wanted to run by a couple of people is the idea for the name of the business, and then And then the slogans for it, because I talked with my mom about it and she liked them. Yeah, I can see that. I was just gonna do free will donation because, like, if somebody can't afford the, like, $5 that I'm expecting for them, I don't want them to not get a rosary because, because kind of the whole thing of it is, like, I'm trying to evangelicalize. It That's not how you say that, but whatever. I can't speak normally, because I'm a weird person, but so, like, but I feel like if people really then can't, then I could be like, "Don't worry about it, here." So maybe I could just do that. I'm not entirely sure. But so the idea for the names is, so I have a branch. So if you don't know, this channel is part of a much bigger, like, scale, because I have my Hazel's Hobbies, and under Hazel's Hobbies branch, there's Hazel's Bookshelf, Hazel's Sweet Tooth, which doesn't actually have anything. It was an idea for a bakery that I never went through with. Oh, about $3. I did the estimating with all the things that I could find prices for. And then for beads, I just estimated, for beads and chain, I just estimated, and beads were around $2, because for our father beads, they're a bit more expensive because they're like different beads. No, there's not a Hazel's Food Reviews. It was an actual bakery because for a time I really wanted to be a baker. And then I realized that I hate the scheduling that bakers would have. So that never became a thing. But so under the Hazel's Hobbies, there's Hazel's Bookshelf, and then there's also going to be this one. And so the two title ideas for it is because there's going to be, for this one, if it actually becomes a thing, there will be the branch, like the actual tree is going to be, if I can find it, Hazel's Beads for the Lost is what it would be called. Or no, Hazel's Prayer for the Lost. Sorry. Hazel's Prayer for the Lost would be like the branch name. And then the rosary side of it would be Hazel's Lost Sheep Rosaries, because I thought that was really cute. And the Lost ties into my favorite saint, which is Saint Anthony. So that was the symbolization there. But yeah. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I'm not really huge into doing the farmers markets. This is going to be the first one I've ever done. But there's probably quite a few people that go to the farmers markets, I'd say. No. Okay. I'm going to make this rosary. I need a spot that I can put these beads. Oh, that one's not empty. Apparently I'm taking the bags out of these one. My dad has. He's talking with his buddy right now, so I can't ask him. But I do plan to ask him later for his opinion on a bunch of this stuff. My phone just went off. Fable. Oh, I haven't read yet today. Oopsie daisies. That's what Fable wanted. I just realized I never actually counted how many beads were on these red and blue ones, but I figured that 4 strands would be about, like, as many beads as I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Times 2 is 48. So yeah, I need 3 strands. Which they came in packs of 2 strands. So okay, and then I need to do something for the Our Father beads with this one. I'm not sure what to do for the Our Father beads with this one. I have these that might work. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I'm planning to do because, like I said, I'm more or less doing this because I actually enjoy it, not because I'm trying to make money. What do you think about that? Like, for an Our Father bead for these ones? Also, for reference, the blue and red might be a better example. I'll use the Sacred, Immaculate, and Most Chaste Heart one. Yep. And like I said, I actually enjoy making rosaries, so I'm probably most of the time going to be making rosaries. And even when I'm there, I'm going to be working on rosaries because, I actually enjoy making them. So it just makes more sense to be working on them. Also, yes, I do have to fix this one yet again. Like I said, I'm probably not going to actually sell this one. I'm probably just going to end up giving this one away with a, call me if it breaks. Because that's what I'm going to do with a lot of these. If any of them break, I'm going to have a guarantee with a, call me if it breaks sort of thing. Because I can fix them if they break. And I'm still pretty new at making rosaries, so they break a little bit more often. Okay, so what I'm talking about when I say Our Father beads is this little bead right here, this red one. So the red would be the blue. These beads right here, the little red marbly ones, would be the blue beads. And then the red beads would be these, if I do my idea. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet or if I'm going to do something else. Because I feel like that would look really dumb. What else do I have? Yeah, I will do mostly themed ones, but for this one, I don't have a good idea for a themed one. But a 4th of July rosary is actually a brilliant idea. I may have to do that. Like a red, white, and blue one. What would we have in here? Not a whole lot that would mix with the red. These white. Do you think the red and the white go together? I don't know if the red and the white go together. Or I could just do hearts. I don't know what to do for the... Oh my gosh. Yeah, those are too different. That won't work. Okay. Would these wood ones look really dumb? Yes. Yes, they would. What could I use for the Our Father beads? You know what? I'm going to make the decades while I think it over. I have a big assortment because I bought a whole bunch. So I have these gray ones. I have these little stone looking ones. I have the pearly ones, which I have various sizes of those. I have these red ones, which are diamond shaped. I have these green ones. I have wooden red ones. I have some really, really tiny faceted red ones. And then some silver versus and gold hearts. These are all too small to be actual Our Father beads. And then I have all of these colors, which are totally reflecting my thing. But I have all of these colors, and I have 3 other different packs of these. Yeah. Ooh, wait. Idea. I might have an idea. I don't know how it's going to look, though. So I got to put them next to each other to see how it would look. because this set has like a pearly red, and I think it might actually match. And by my calculations, I should have enough in 3 packs to do Our Father beads plus a full rosary. What do we think? I feel like it kind of looks kind of weird. The marbly red and the pearly red. I feel like it looks kind of weird. I will do a rainbow one eventually, but I want to do one where these are the main beads. And so, like, it's got a solid color, and then I wonder if these pink ones would work. You know what? I'm just going to jump in, and I'm going to start doing the red. I can put the red together before I have the Our Father beads figured out, and then I can figure out the Our Father beads. I do want to do a black and white as well, at some point. Where did I put... Aha! I need this. Alright, I'm going to put this back in its bag. And also, I never really responded to why I couldn't do a video explaining how to fix them. It's because of the fact that you need needle nose pliers and flat nose pliers, and sometimes wire cutters, depending on how it breaks. So I honestly think it's just easier to have them call me or see me at the next farmer's market, because it's just kind of complicated to fix them if you don't have rosary making tools already. Also, I'm going to put this down here so you can see what I am doing. Oops, I just accidentally moved my entire setup. Okay. You're not going to fully be able to see what I'm doing, because... yeah, I could do that. I'll probably do that eventually. This one is going to be kind of a wonky connection, but that's okay. Everything's a little wonky sometimes. Next week. Oh, it's like once a week because it's on Saturdays, and I think it's every Saturday. I think. I'm not entirely certain, but I'm not going to make it to every single Saturday because I'm not taking it off of work. So if I end up working a Saturday, then I'm not going to be there. But yeah. I agree with that, actually. See, I like speed through these. It's actually kind of funny because the first one I ever made, it took me an hour to do one of 5 decades, because there's 5 decades in a rosary. And it took me an hour to do one of them. I do want to show you the most recent rosary that I made, though, because it turned out really, really cute. This one I'm not going to sell because I am going to show it at the county fair at some point. I have not yet. I plan to at some point. But this is the cute little one that I just made. It's red and white, and it has little ladybugs for the Our Father beads. It's so dang cute. I love it. It turned out so cute. Like, if that's not the most adorable thing ever, I don't know what is. I mean, it just has the miraculous medal and a normal crucifix. It doesn't have, like, a special one. And I'm never going to sell this one because I already offered to give it to somebody who's a friend of mine. I've given away like 3 rosaries at this point, I think, because I gave one to my one friend who told me to make a pink and yellow one, and then I did, and then I gave that to her. And then I gave one to the lady who inspired me to make rosaries, because she gave me a bunch of stuff. And then I also gave one, and then I'm giving that one to the other person. So I have quite a few rosaries that I've given away already, because, you know, I'm going to give them away to my friends because, like I said, it's a hobby, and I'm only doing them at farmers markets because I can make a little bit of money off of them, which would be nice because they do actually cost a little bit to make. Like I said, the estimated is about $3. There's a few things that I can't get an exact price for, because like the chain that I use, obviously that's really hard to estimate because I use 48 lengths of chain per rosary, but I don't know how many are on the actual thing, and so, like, it'd be really weird to try and figure out how many rosaries I can get out of the chain that I bought. So, I just estimated the price for that. And I estimated the price for the beads because obviously I buy like the beads are all different prices. It's not like a set price per for every different bead. Yeah. No. Definitely. That's exactly what I'm planning to do. That's why I'm not planning to have like full set prices. It's going to be more of a like pay me what you want sort of thing. Um the only thing is that I do want my money back for cost wise, which is why I kind of want to put how much they cost to make because I don't want to end up having every rosary I only get like $1 for and then have it where I'm losing tons of money to make them. Oh yeah, I'm also going to ask dad because like I said, he does them. He's done quite a few of them actually. So, but I'm also going to advertise it on my church's bulletin board. I messaged one of the people there and asked them how much it is to advertise in the smallest section, and I'm going to advertise it. Yeah, it is. My thing is more of a like, I'd rather have people pay me what they think they want to because some people are going to be super generous and be like, here's $20. But then I'm going to have some people that can't afford to do $20 but still want a rosary. And like I said, they're not that expensive to make and they're not super well made because I'm still new to making rosaries. So I'm not really hung up on how much I get for them. And it's more of I'm trying to kind of make this be a nonprofit style thing at some point. I'm not going through the steps to do that yet because it's not even officially a business yet. But once I get to the point of it being a business, I am going to try and do it as a nonprofit and give things back to like sponsoring face formation events and food shelf things and the Catholic outreach in my community because there's not a whole lot of Catholics in my community and it's kind of sad. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on. In fact, earlier today, I bought $111 worth of books at a Catholic bookstore and I'm donating every single one of them to my public library because my public library had literally like 10 books that were specifically Catholic. And so I'm like, yeah, we're donating these. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm still thinking I'm going to do $5, especially because a lot of people that are going to be there are going to know who I am. Or they're going to talk to my dad who's selling coffee and then he's going to talk to them about me. So, and actually, I find people aren't as shy with younger people as they are with like older people. I don't know. Maybe that's just what I've noticed, but yeah. Oh, it's like 1,000,000 degrees in my room, and I don't know why. So weird. Oh, I may have done that one a little short. Two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tell me to. Well, duh. The whole point of this is to like spread the Catholic faith to non-Catholics because there's not a lot of Catholics in my community. And that's kind of like the whole point of it because I don't know if you never really responded, but I'm planning to make like the head of like the little business to be Hazel's prayer for the lost because it's a play on St. Anthony because he's the saint of lost things, which is my favorite saint ever. And it's also like a prayer for those lost to the Catholic faith. And then, so that's going to be like the head of it. So, like, the Hazel's prayer for the lost is going to be like this big thing, whereas the rosaries are going to be like a side thing. And there's going to be other things also within, that main business. And then the rosary one is going to be called Hazel's Lost Sheep Rosaries because you can't tell me that's not absolutely amazing and adorable. And I have to tell you, the slogans that we found. Because I asked, this is AI, by the way. I'm sorry. I do use AI, especially for stuff like this, because my brain isn't smart enough to come up with these things. um, uh, yeah, I get that. I can see it. I've never actually been to a non-denominational church. I've been to a Lutheran church, and I can't remember what the other one technically was. It was some like a New Life, one of the New Life churches, I think is what they're called. I don't really know. It's like with family that I've been to those ones when like I'm not at home or with my grandparents, because my grandparents are also Catholic, but we're the only. I'm sorry, what now? Yeah, I have no idea what you're saying. Oh, the AI. Okay, I see what you're saying. I know I use it to help me with things. But so for the head of it, so Hazel's prayer for the lost, the slogans that I came up for that one is a heart reaching out one prayer at a time, which I love because it reminds me of Matt Maher's song One Heart at a Time, and I love Matt Maher, so and then faith ignited, hope restored. I also really like that one. And then light for the lost, strength in every prayer. I really like that one too. And then for Hazel's Lost Sheep rosaries, my favorite was bringing lost sheep back to faith, one beat at a time. I'm sorry, but I can't. I love that last one, and I am actually gonna have somebody create like this little like sheep that has like a rosary draped on it, and I think it's gonna look so cute if I can have somebody make that for me. So, yeah, I'm like, I need this to be a thing. And I'm actually, okay, I like my YouTube channel. Don't get me wrong. I like my YouTube channel. But that being said, editing is difficult and I don't enjoy editing. But rosaries, I enjoy every part of making rosaries. So, I feel like if a business of mine is actually going to take off, it's going to be Hazel's Lost Sheep Rosaries. Um, I just have a feeling out of all of my things, I think this one will take off the most. Also, I feel like it's something I'm being called to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting that, but you know. So, yeah, and I also am already saving like all the receipts and stuff. No, I'm not quitting my YouTube channel, but I'm probably not going to be putting as much time into it because the problem is that editing is just not something I enjoy doing. And before I'm making money on the channel, it doesn't make sense to pay an editor because of the fact that then I have basically zero spending money because that's $50 every week is $100 out of my like $200 paychecks. So that's like 50% of my paychecks. So I can't afford to pay an editor to edit my videos for me. And I don't enjoy editing and I don't like it. Mhm. But yeah, so I'm hoping my rosary business will take off a little bit better because I think this is something I could actually do for a living. Because also, something that I want to do is like go into actual theology for like college and then write theology books. So it'd be really nice if like I could have this for a business because it is something to do with theology and it really makes it where I really am just living my faith. Like I don't have to worry about like not living my faith in certain aspects. So, yeah, I don't know, just my ideas with this one. Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. I'm not going to put a whole lot of money into this channel because I'm not making money off of the channel. So, it's just, and if I'm not fully enjoying the channel, it's not going to be as like I'm not going to put as much time into it as I am something that I do actually fully enjoy every aspect of. So, oh my gosh, actually, that's a brilliant idea. That might actually be a thing. Especially if I get better at learning my theology. Especially because making videos of theology is a lot easier because I can do all the research specifically on the topic that I'm talking about. So you might be onto something there. Okay, now I need to figure out my Our Father beads for this one because I'm on to where I need the Our Father beads. So yeah, I need to figure out what I'm doing for those. What's a good color that goes with red? Exactly. But I need a good color that goes with red. Red and black. Because there's black in these as well. Color that goes with red and black. What's a saint whose color is red? Saint whose color is red. Gold. I don't know that I have gold beads. I don't have gold beads, so you have to choose a different color. Oh my gosh. I've never heard of Saint Matthias before, actually. I'm trying to figure out red and color that goes with red. Gray. I do have gray beads. What are they? Oh, but they're wooden ones. I feel like that'd look really dorky. Oh my gosh. It's not spelled that way though, and it's Matthias. Yeah, the wood looks really dorky with those. So gray is out. Blue, turquoise, pretty much every color. That's kind of annoying, actually. I will try a blue, but I don't know if I'll have one that's going to match with the way that these are. Okay, so I need one that was like less shiny. All of these are shiny, so I don't know that that's going to work. Unless I did these. Because I do have these, and these would maybe match. I don't know. Do you think they match? I can't decide. Because I do also have... Oh, I need to plug in my computer. But I do also have these, like, butterflies. Or flowers. There's also flowers on here. That are kind of... But I kind of hate how they look with those beads. So... Okay, I need my charger for my computer so that it doesn't die on us. There we go. I fixed it. I don't know what beads would go with it. You know, I could just do a normal, like, keep going with the red ones. Because I can do a solid color rosary. And I could take this one, but this one, and I could do I'm gonna see, I do have little black ones that I could put on either side. Okay. Actually, this might work. Okay. I'm gonna need 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, if I can get it. There we go. 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. I have an idea for this that I'm going to do. I will make it and then I will show you what my idea was. So, where's one of my eye pens? There we go. Really, I picked one with like the least amount of black possible. There we go. That looks better. There, that's gonna be the Our Father beads. Because that way it still stands out a little bit from these ones, but it also matches really nice. So that's what we're gonna do for the Our Fathers. I need my chain. There it is. I won't close that one just yet because I need this, which is a tangled mess, by the way. It's really hard to keep chain organized, okay? Okay, where's my wire cutters? Ah, come back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I'll need more later, but yes, 100%. I actually really like that idea. I'm going to have as much as I can get done in this next week, but I do also work 6 hours tomorrow, so I don't know how many I'm going to get done tomorrow. Although I will say these are a good little way to like unwind, except they can get kind of annoying when your hands are sweaty because everything slips around. So it's no fun, but if I can get this to actually close, because that's not closed enough. Oh, the stupid chain is getting in the way. Stop it. Like this, where it keeps slipping around because it's hot in my room and my hands are sweaty. But I'm trying to make sure that the chain doesn't fall out of here. Because if it does, then we have a problem. I can't get it to not. Okay, well. Okay, that's going to have to be good, and it is actually working, so. I did just test it. It can't come out, so we're good. I don't really know, honestly. Okay, not necessarily aliens, but like things like Greek mythology and stuff. My thoughts on that. I don't really know about aliens. What I really think, I haven't like obviously I've thought about it, but I haven't really decided what I feel about it. Like I don't really care whether they exist or not, to be truthful with you, because if it really mattered whether they exist or not, we would know. Um, but for Greek gods and things, I truthfully actually think they did exist, but they're not gods. Like not in the way that God is. Because otherwise, where the heck did these stories come from? And my thoughts with it is that Satan and the demons created Nephilims. I don't know if you know anything about Nephilims, but my idea is that like the Greek gods and Roman gods and Egyptian gods and all these other gods that were gods were Nephilims. Because my thing is that if they didn't exist at all, then why does God have to tell us not to worship false gods? I mean, obviously, he would know that these stories existed because he exists in all times, at all times. But it's still that, like, I feel like they probably did exist. I mean, it's not really my business whether they did or not, but I feel like if they did, they were definitely Nephilims that Satan and his demons created to lead humanity astray because that's what Satan does. So truthfully, that's how I feel about it. I know a lot of people, especially Catholics, disagree with that, but that's what I think about it. Um, so yeah, I know it's not aliens, but I don't really care whether aliens exist or not because I'm not really interested in the whole alien thing. Um, However, Greek mythology and Roman mythology does interest me. So I know a little bit about how I feel about all of that. But Yeah. Aliens and stuff, eh. Go look up what the Catholic doctrine says about it, and that's what I believe, because I believe all the Catholic doctrine. But I don't know if I, like, personally like how I feel about that, so there, that's what that'll look like, is what that looks like. I have no idea who that is. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm actually gonna open my window because it's getting cool outside now. Oh. Oh, goodness gracious. And yes, I actually do say goodness gracious. Okay, I'm gonna clean up my supplies a little bit. My supplies did get kind of messy here. Okay, this is one that I'm working on, so this will go up front. These are extra beads. I'll need 2 more spaces. These are more extra beads. More extra beads and supplies and things. Don't mind me trying to organize my little container here a little bit better because it was driving me nuts how unorganized it was. So I'm just trying to organize it a little bit. Are butterflies ninjas? I don't know. What kind of a question is that? Oh, much better. Now it's not driving me nuts how unorganized it all is. Because it's semi-organized. Oh, I forgot some. Okay, now for opening my window because it's 1,000,000 degrees in here. Real though, it for real does. It took me like 3 days to organize all of my Pokemon cards, and I literally was spending pretty much all day doing them because they were all over my floor. But I'm gonna shut my window open my window really quick because it's 1,000,000 degrees in here, and I'm dying of heat. There we go. Now my window's open, so it'll cool off in here a little bit. Or at least it should. Okay. Hey. Yeah, I made a video where I was going to rediscover my collection, and it was weird, so I can show it sometime on camera, I'm sure. It has a screen, so bugs can't get in. So that's why I'm not worried about opening my window, and I don't just plug a fan in. Pics of what? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got confused for a second. But yeah, I could do that. The problem is I have like 3 full binders, so there's a lot. I've been on and off collecting since I was like 5 because I know somebody who owns a card shop, and like we're actually related to them. So I've always just kind of been involved in Pokemon. So I have a ton of Pokemon. Like I have some, not base set, obviously I'm not that old, but I have some of the older sets. Actually, I could tell you what the oldest card I own is. TCG collector. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, I have a total of 824 unique cards. Um, 872 unique variants. So like, well, I also don't buy super expensive cards. I tend to just stick to what I like. So like, I have a ton of Ponyta cards. I have almost every Ponyta card. I don't have her oldest cards, but I have most of them. Because I really like Ponyta. Okay, let me find all cards in collection. Sort from old to new. Okay, the oldest card I own is this Star You card. My phone will show it. Not really. I could turn down my brightness. I suppose that might work. It's this Star You card. Which set is this from? Next Destinies. No, my binder's out in the living room and I'm too lazy to get up and get it. So it's from Next Destinies. I don't know how old Next Destinies is. I'm not entirely sure. Let me look it up. When was Next Destinies? Next Destiny Pokemon. It was released February 8th, 2012. So, yeah. So my oldest card is from 2012. My most expensive card, hang on, let me look and see what my most expensive card is. Cards in collection and sort. Clear filters. Okay. I want sort. There we go. Next Destiny, not Neo Destiny. I'm not that old. Oh, I can't sort. Oh, there we go. Sort by market price. Descending. Holy! My most expensive card is $70. Every single card I own that's like an expensive card, I pulled myself. And then the next one is 21. Well, I'm still surprised because, like I said, I don't buy expensive cards, so it's just cards I pulled. But it's a Mega Rayquaza EX from Roaring Skies. I don't know what year that was, but yeah, that's my most expensive card, and it looks like that. Wow, my Charizard EX actually is a lot farther down than I thought it was. I have a Miltank. Oh my gosh, I have. Okay, at least my Pikachu is a Black Star promo that's up there, like on my promos. But I have a normal common card that's worth $15. No, mine's in pretty rough shape, so it's not actually officially worth $7. I know or $70. I know where it is, I think. I could realistically go grab my Pokemon cards, but and then I want to see how many Ponyta cards I have. Because I have a few. I have 9 of like 25 Ponyta cards. Okay, there's 66, but I'm only collecting the okay, I'm missing 19 Ponyta cards that I actually want. Because I'm not looking for the Galarian Ponyta. Fine, I'll go get it. I will be right back. I'm just gonna mute this really quick. And I'm gonna mute this and I will be right back. I'm gonna grab my Pokemon, I suppose. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, I have quite the collection. Okay, so this is my box of other cards because I have so many cards I can't fit them all. But I do have them sorted. Okay, I actually kind of regret how I sorted them, and I kind of really want to resort them. This is my brilliant... Oh, no. Oh, I hate these binders. These are... Okay, that's good. I know where these ones came from, at least. I don't have to look at the card numbers to figure it out. This is my Brilliant Stars binder because I was collecting Brilliant Stars for a while, and then it got really hard to find. And don't mind the googly eye on Charizard. He had 2 for a while, and then 1 fell off. But I have a full... It's not full. I didn't complete the set, but I had a bunch of the Brilliant Stars. So I've got a few rare Brilliant Stars. One of my rarest cards is probably... I don't know where he would be. Well, there's one of my Charizard Vs. I've also got a Luminion V, a Whimsicott V, a Mimikyu V. I got a lot of the V cards. The Aragon V, Flygon V, Shaman V, Charizard V. Here, this is the one I was looking for. It's this Charizard. Right here. The problem is I have so many from such random sets that, like, I can't do them by set. And then I also have this Luminion V, which is a pretty expensive card. It's one of my more expensive ones. And then I also have the Grenville V, of course. And then in my trainer gallery, I have Jolteon Houndoom EV, the Urshifu VMAX, and then I have this one. Oh, nice. And then I have 2 of the giant cards. This one is recent and new, but show you what. What do you want to see? The price of what? The premonition one? Well, let me show you my Mega Rayquaza. How's that sound? He's actually not in as bad of shape as I thought he was, but he's definitely not good shape. Because you can see that he's got some white edges, but this is the front. The Mega Rayquaza. But I have them sorted. Where's the sleeve? There it is. I have them sorted by, so I don't know if you watch Pat's videos at all. I watched his little, the one where he collected every single Pokemon. And, okay, well, I can try and do that. I might actually try and hook up my phone to use that as a camera, because that'll be better. Okay, I will. But, so I sorted them by their Pokédex number. Which I really hate myself for doing that. Because you know how hard it is to find things. The problem is I like to keep them in binders. And also top loaders are expensive. But here is the binder that is actually full. Actually, it was full. And then I sorted them by Pokédex number. And now it's no longer full. Okay, here's my Charizard EX. This is one of my oldest cards. Like, that I got. Like, one of the oldest cards that I, like, not by year it's oldest, but by how long I've had it oldest. But as you can tell by this little corner over here, it's very beat up. This card doesn't even probably need a sleeve because it's in such rough shape. But, yeah. Yeah, me too. I went through a phase, that's for sure. And then I have... Do I have any other, like, actual real good cards? I have a lot of evolutions, actually. And then this one, I used to buy the Pikachu V boxes all the times because when they stopped having Brilliant Stars be actively available, I used to buy the Pikachu V box because it was still available in there, and it came with Fusion Strike, and I managed to pull this, out of the Fusion Strike one. This and then also a Mew. I pulled a Mew. I don't know where that one is. It's somewhere. Here. It's right here. The Mew VMAX. It's reflecting really badly. But then I also pulled this one and then that other, the Gengar VMAX. But yeah, I'm really mad at myself for organizing them the way that I did, and I really want to fix it. But I remember how much work it was when I sorted them by set. Like, it took me 3 days. Yeah, most of the cards are in sleeves in here. Except for the not rare ones, because truthfully, I don't really care about them, so. No. I don't have any rare cards from Evolutions. The rarest card I have from Evolutions is the reverse hollows. Like, the reverse hollows are pretty nice, but I don't have... Oh, my Mew VMAX? Okay. I'm using my same TCG Collector app because I actually use this, and it's really easy to... Cards. In collection. Sort by market price. I know, but the problem is it literally took me like 3 days straight of only doing the sorting to get them sorted out, and the amount of piles I had, and I don't have a lot of space in my house, so it was in my room. No, I legitimately did nothing but organize the cards, and I didn't have anywhere to set them other than the floor of my room, so I basically couldn't come or go from my room for 3 days. Okay, so my most expensive card is the Mega Rayquaza for like $70-$60 is the market price. The Gengar VMAX was $21-$28 is the market price. Charizard V, which is from Brilliant Star, so he's in here. I know he is because I just saw him. He's towards the end of the binder. This guy, right here, this guy, he's $20-$38. Okay. And then my next most expensive one is actually really, really random. And I don't even know if it's in my binder. I don't know what her Pokédex number is, so I don't know where she'd be. I'm just going to flip through till I find it. Oh my gosh. Please don't tell me. Next binder. I'm just going to use the same app that I'm using because I don't want to download another app on my phone and go through all of these again and put them all back in the app again. Okay, so it's not in either of these binders, which means it's in here somewhere. And I have a lot of cards in here, as you can tell. Some of them are backwards. Why are some of them backwards? Oh, goodness. These ones must be sorted or something. Oh, they're alphabetical order. I forgot that I did that. Okay. That's actually very helpful. Aha! I found it. This is my next most expensive card. Is this Esper? Yeah, this is my next most expensive card. Do you dare me to do a live stream while I resort my cards? Do you want me to do that? Because I will do that. Because the thing is, I have them sorted in... No. All of my cards are English. I don't have any Japanese cards. Actually, I have a couple Japanese Ponytas. Those are out in the car, though, and I'm not going outside. So, because I have a few Ponyta in the car. Actually, okay, you know what? I am actually gonna go run out to the car and go grab those really quick because I think I am going to work on resorting my Pokemon card collection. So, in other words, I need to have all of my cards because I do have a few other cards out there that I need. So, yeah. But I will say the nice thing about resorting them now is I can use the TCG app to know exactly how many I have in each set. It does, actually. Why? Is that like a specific thing? Because I don't know a whole lot. I am not huge in the actual fandom. It does. It says RC 14 out of RC 32. Is that like an important thing that makes them more expensive or something? As you can tell, I know very little. What's this podcast about? Because honestly, if it's anything other than Bible in a Year by Father Mike Schmitz, I don't know that I will. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab those cards from the car, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. I could probably look it up because I have all the cards that I have marked in the app. So, yeah. I'm going to show you my entire Ponyta collection. I love my Ponyta cards. Okay. So, I have the Galarian Ponyta, which is a reverse holo. And then a lot of Ponytas in general. And I got a few other cards here too that I kind of forgot about. Okay. I have this Ponyta, this Ponyta, this Ponyta, this Ponyta, which is also a reverse holo, this one, which is also a reverse holo, and this one, which is also reverse holo. And then I have a couple others. I have like 2 others that were already in my collection. Yes. I don't have a full Ponyta collection yet. I'm missing 19 cards. But I own a lot of them. Because I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 8. And then some of the other cards that I got recently was this holo Rapidash, a cute Keldeo. Like, look at how cute this artwork is. I finally got a Bulbasaur because I don't own a single Bulbasaur. I got another Blitzel because Blitzel's just adorable. Also, I didn't know Spider could be so cute, so I got this one. I got Indeedee because I really liked the artwork again. This one I just thought was a cute Pokemon that I'd never seen before, so I was like, I'm going to buy it because I did. Yeah. See, I wish that Ponyta had expensive cards. She doesn't have any cool cards. They're all commons. And I'm like, how does Ponyta not have a single cooler card? Like, look at how cute this pony is. She's so cute. And she's been around since the beginning because she is one of the cards that there is a base set for. So I will eventually own one base set card because I will be getting the base set Ponyta. because I want to get one of the small portfolios, and that's going to be my Ponyta collection. And then I have a Puchena because cute. Another Keldeo because, as you can tell, I really like the pony Pokemon. But this one's really cute. I like this artwork. Frigibax, whatever the heck this thing is. He was cute. There's not a single one. Literally every single Ponyta card is a common. I think. There might be a couple rares, but I'm pretty sure they're all commons. Then I have Dratini. Trubbish, because I really liked this artwork. I do already have... No, I have Garbodor. So I have the one that he evolves into. A catfish Pokemon. Because fishing. And then I really liked this artwork of Leafeon. So I got this one too. Holy... Oh my goodness gracious. I'm only really trying to collect all of Ponyta because I really like Ponyta. And then when the new set finally is available for me to buy somewhere, because my entire Walmart hasn't restocked in like a month for their Pokemon cards, and they've been completely wiped out the entire time. So I haven't bought any Pokemon cards recently because, but I am going to try and collect a full set of the new set. Because the new set like just came out. Or go back to collecting Brilliant Stars. The only problem is that Brilliant Stars is really expensive now. Of course. But anyways, I'm going to... Okay. These are going to get organized by set in my binder. But my phone has every single card that I own programmed into it. So if I don't have any of the cards with me, because I have a few cards scattered throughout the places. It's just a cherry Dr. Pepper. There's no name on it. It's just cherry Dr. Pepper. Okay. I'm going to take this binder and this one. This one is going to be my more rare cards, is what this binder is. This is like... Well... I'm going to go back. Part of me wants to sort my cards, but then the other part of me is like, I don't want to do my cards. See, that's also what I want to do. I only have 2 binders, though, so I have very limited space. But, yeah, I think I am going to do that. I need my phone, though, because I need to know how many spaces I need, because I do have a few cards that I don't have with me. Yes, Fable's yelling at me because I haven't read today. I'm sorry, Fable. I'm too busy. True. It is like 10:30, so. I'm just checking my Fable really quick. Okay. Okay, yeah, I suppose you're right on that. I'm going to put these guys somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. Just going to put them in here. And I'm going to keep working on rosaries because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I haven't made a single another rosary yet. Okay. Oof. It's 1,000,000 degrees in here. It took me a minute to decipher what you were saying. But see, I like hallucinating while I look at paper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so these 2 will go on the other side. I need my tools. And I need these. Oh, I dropped it. Come back here. I don't know where the eye pin went. There it is. I want to finish the one I'm working on first, okay? So I'm going to finish the red one, and then I can do a black and white one. Which if I actually do this one, I will finish it shortly, because it doesn't take me that long to finish them. You know, if I was actually focused on them, I would be done with about 2 at the time frame. But I got distracted. So, because you distracted me. Which is very easy to do because ADHD. Yeah, that's my plan. I'll do black and white after I finish this one. Which I wish I had the really pretty one that I had. I'm not going to sell the pretty one that I have because I'm going to keep that one for myself. True, probably, actually. Okay, I do want to show you. It's behind my computer. I have to grab it. This is what I'm going to use to display them. I don't know that I can't figure out how I'm going to display them yet. Which, this is the curly one I was just talking about. This one that I made. I think that this one turned out really pretty. Oh my gosh. I haven't figured out how to make them look nice on these little hanging things yet, but I will figure it out. Because this is what I'm going to use to sell them. Obviously, they'll have more pegs in them, but yeah, that's what I'm using. And this pearl one is not going to be sold. This one I'm keeping for myself because I really like how it turned out. I do have enough supplies to make a second one, though, so I might make a second one to sell because I think that one turned out really pretty. It's still hot in my room. I'm gonna have to put on a fan tonight. Almost. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to have more than just the 2 that's on there right now. I bought a multi-pack of like 30 of them. So I have a bunch of them. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Except tomorrow, I'm not going to have like any time to make them. I work a 6-hour shift tomorrow. So I doubt I'm going to make a whole bunch of rosaries tomorrow. Because, like I said, 6-hour shift. But Monday and Tuesday, all I have is I do have some school exams that I still have to finish up. But once I finish those, then I'm like completely free for the entire rest of Monday and Tuesday. Worry about having to what? Like I said, I can make a ton of these each day because I can literally do about, they take me about a half hour to an hour. Obviously, if I'm multitasking while I make them, because I will make them while I'm watching like shows and stuff. An ice cream place. It's basically Dairy Queen, but a smaller scale and better. Wait, how many do I need? Well, yeah, obviously. But I'm gonna work on them probably a lot Monday and Tuesday because these are something easy that I can take pretty much anywhere. I am thinking about getting a tackle box so that they're more portable because the problem is that these containers that I have that are portable, they don't stay closed. Like, I barely put any pressure on that. And so the issue is, if I risk that popping open in like a bag or something, then all of a sudden all the supplies are everywhere. And I have one Tupperware container that I use, but the problem is I can only fit the supplies for one rosary in it because it doesn't have compartments. Oops. That's not good. But because I need the compartments to carry more than one rosary with me. And the thing is, I can make about 4 to 5 rosaries each while I'm at each farmer's market. So I want to have the supplies with to be able to make 4 to 5 rosaries. So, I just have to like actually have the ability to transport those without having to bring like my entire case of supplies. Because the stuff that I bought for about $100 today is enough to make about 98 rosaries, not including like this and the chains and like all the stuff that you buy in bulk. With the beads, I have enough beads to make about 98 rosaries with the supplies that I bought at Hobby Lobby today. Yeah, I'm trying to get a tackle box. That's what the point is. I'm going to try and save up and buy a tackle box. The problem was we went to Walmart and none of the ones that I thought were what I wanted let me open them because they all came with like full-on tackle, which I wouldn't be mad about getting more tackle because I do fish. So like it's not like the tackle would never get used. But yeah, my plan is to buy like a tackle box or something or a cosmetic bag that has good compartments. And then my plan is to decorate it with a bunch of my religious stickers that I have. Because, that just kind of like shows the whole thing. But okay, the nearest Hobby Lobby is an hour away, and I was literally just there today, and I didn't think to check while I was there, but I don't think that they'd have a whole lot. And it's kind of expensive if the stuff isn't on clearance. So it's a lot easier for us to just go to like Walmart or Fleet Farm or Home Depot because we have those in our town, whereas the nearest Hobby Lobby is an hour drive away. Granted, an hour drive is nothing for us because we travel a lot, but it's still the fact of that then we have to actually plan that we're going pretty much. So, also, look at beautiful. Yes, I have a job. I'm so confused. We know this. We've established this. Just gonna cut a decent chunk off. I hope Noodle's okay. We left Noodle outside today, because this morning her indoor pen was really gross. So we ended up leaving her outside tonight. I'm sure she'll be fine, but because she's like triple the size of when we adopted her, which is insane because it hasn't been all that long. But it's gotten so big so fast. I feel like a mother saying that about my child, which pretty much. Okay, where's the... There's... Here. Yeah, that's my wire cutters. I need my needle nose pliers, not the wire cutters. Also, sometimes with the rosaries breaking, it's because like I've had the chain break on me before, and that's not something that you can fix without having chain to replace it. So, like, you know. I need another hanging piece. Yes, yes. Duolingo's also yelling at me. Dun, 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 dun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, where's the... Here it is. Yeah, I probably will. Because I can send a picture of what beads I have too, so then they can really just be like, those beads with those beads. I have 2 decades finished. I think I'm probably just going to finish this rosary tonight and then probably go to bed because it's getting kind of late and I do have to be up for church tomorrow because I have to make the 8:31 because I work at 11 and the 10:31 doesn't get done till 11:30, so I'm probably going to finish this rosary tonight and the live stream, maybe do a chapter of reading so that I can hopefully save my streak. I probably won't save my streak, but that's okay. Because I drink sweet tea occasionally, and it's an empty bottle. Because I was cleaning up my room a little bit earlier, and I forgot to go throw those away. That's why that's there. Sometime I have to show my Schleich collection on camera, because I have a ginormous Schleich collection. I have like 500. I know you do. You're like Uncle Iroh in that way. Except Uncle Iroh doesn't drink sweet tea. He drinks normal tea, like hot tea. Which I suppose some sweet tea is hot tea. But speaking of which, tomorrow I get to learn how to make sweet tea. Because your message didn't finish. I got Uncle S.I. And I don't know who that is. So. Oh my gosh. Please, I need you to. I just dropped the whole dang thing. Bro, that makes it so much easier. How have I never done this before? I don't know who Uncle C is, so. Also, I don't know that I'm going to finish Legend of Korra because I'm not enjoying her at all. I really can't. Okay. I never watched Duck Dynasty, So I had a video game of it, but I never really played that either. I'm not a huge hunting person. Okay. Well, same difference. If it were Spanish, it would be sí, because that's how you spell sí, as in yes. Okay. You do that. Ah! Also, I'm already on season 2 of Troll Hunters. I've been watching them pretty fast because there's also a couple other shows that I also want to watch, and like also I'm like really attached to the characters, so I really want to know what happens. And I can binge watch it, and I will still enjoy it just as much. So what? Don't yell at me. I'm enjoying it. I'm already to the point where they just came to the episode where they brought Arg back, and I think I watched. Can't remember if the last episode I watched is the one that they brought Arg back or if it was the one after. But they're all still currently in the Darklands, and they just got to go free Jim, and then Jim got taken away, and they got imprisoned. And the last thing that it ended with was Gomorrah, however the heck you say her name, Namora, whatever the heck her name is, being told to fight Jim to the death was the last thing that the last episode ended with. And then we had to go to a grad party, so I couldn't keep watching. But I have only been watching like 1 or 2 episodes a day. I've just been watching it like every day. I think there's been very few days that I watch more than 2 episodes. I think the few that I have, it's been like I watch 2 in the morning and then 2 in the later. Two in the later. That's not how that would be said. As you can tell, I'm tired. I've been gone all day. That's not how you. Wait, is that not how you spell Gamora? Now I'm having crisis. I don't know how you spell Gamora. Ah! But she's like my least favorite character of Guardians of the Galaxy, so I don't really care that I don't know how to spell her name. Oh my gosh, this is so difficult. Why are you being so difficult? All the other ones are normal and cooperative, and then there comes you, who's annoying and not cooperative. There we go. No, I don't like Ego more, obviously. But she's my least favorite of, like, the main characters. Like, the main characters that are, like, the good guys. Obviously. Because Star-Lord is, like, top tier because Chris Pratt. And then there's Rocket and Drax, who are just absolutely hilarious. And then there's Yondu, and Yondu is amazing. I don't like Taserface. And then there's Groot. And how can you not like Groot? Like, everybody loves Groot. No, I'm telling you that I like Gamora the least out of the main good guys. So, like, Star-Lord and Rocket and Drax. You're the worst. Again, I repeat what I just said. You are the worst. Okay, I need to smoosh this. Also, that's not how you spell Yondu, by the way. That's not... Oh my gosh. There we go. Now I just gotta connect this one in. Okay, decade 3 out of 5 is done. So I have 3 decades done. Okay, another Our Father bead. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so hot in my room. Mm-hmm. Sure. I can't do this. That's annoying. I can, however. Oh, Nor. There's a whole bunch of bags that came out. Okay. I'm repositioning because uncomfortableness. Ah! Now there's beads on my foot. Okay, here we go. This works. I can tilt my computer. Do that. Nice. I'm currently making rosaries. Maybe. If I can cut this chain. This one won't cut. There we go. I'll need another 4. No, car just drove by. And yes, I could hear that even though my window isn't next to the road. Because I live on a dirt road where you hear every car that drives by. True. It's very hard to Minecraft in chat. Hey. Go on the thingy that you... There we go. That's the wrong pliers. I need the purple ones. The needle nose. Oh my goodness gracious. There we go. Okay, I need this. I'm going to open this end. And I'm going to attach it. And then I need another chain, which I cut another piece. There it is. Okay, open this one up. Put the chain in. Close it up. And now do the next decade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. I am enjoying this, even though it's a million degrees in my room. That's my wire cutters. As you can tell, it's been a long day, and I am tired. But I want to finish this rosary. Speaking of Minecraft, I still have to keep finishing that world with the trials. That's okay. I have to finish that world with the chamber thingy, jigger, whatever the heck it was called. What are you screaming about now? Ah! Ah! Come back. Ah. That show still isn't over? I thought it was. I never watched it. Okay, no, you know what I'm impressed by? Shannon Messenger actually sounds like she might finally release book 10. Sorry. I still recommend Keepers because it's a decent series, but the books really go downhill after book 8. I'll warn you of that. They really go downhill. Like, I hate all the characters and pretty much everything in general in book 9, except for one, who's like my all-time favorite character, and he's the only character I can't hate. There's like one redeeming factor about book 9. Okay, I see. But yeah. And honestly, no offense to Shannon Messenger, she gets kind of whiny and likes to blame things on her kids. Which I get, but I'm not gonna spoil anything, obviously. I know that you've only read book 1. But I can still complain about how whiny Shannon Messenger is and the fact that we've been waiting for book 10 for like 4 years. Because book 9 came out in like 2022, 2023. And it is now 2025. And still no book 10. And the ending to book 9 is so bad. Honestly, okay, I will say if you manage to make it to book 9 before book 10 comes out, which is honestly at this point highly likely, leave it. Do not read book 9 until book 10 comes out because the cliffhanger for book 8 is way easier to live with than the cliffhanger for book 9, okay? Not to mention, the characters in book 9, you just end up hating them. And yeah, it's kind of sad. Agreed, but it's kind of ridiculous that it's not spoilers. It's just saying that there's a really bad cliffhanger at the end of book 9 that everybody's been waiting for book 10 on. And every single year she's been like, book 10 will be next year. Oh, I'm sorry, my kids did this and my kids did that, and being a writer is so hard. And it's like, we waited 2 years for book 9, and now we've waited 3+ years for book 10. Just saying. I'm just getting tired of excuses. Book 9 is worse. Book 9 is worse. It's worse than a single cliffhanger I've ever seen in a single TV show that I've ever watched. I think book 9 is probably the worst cliffhanger I've ever had to leave on. Mark of Athena, I think, might be the only worst cliffhanger. But even that, because like at least Mark of Athena, you kind of have a tiny sense of peace. I don't know if you've actually read Heroes of Olympus yet. Okay, it's not spoilers to say that there's a cliffhanger, okay? But I think Mark of Athena cliffhanger is the only worse cliffhanger than Book 9. And by the way, I didn't have to wait 2 years to find out if a character died. I'm not going to tell you what happens at the end of Book 9, but I can tell you. I've waited more than 2 years to find out if a character dies or not. Ah. Yes. Honestly, I don't think that cliffhanger is nearly as bad as Book 9. That's how bad the Book 9 cliffhanger is, which is why so many fans are like, please give us Book 10. We just want to know. Like, even just the first chapter of Book 10, so we get a little bit of peace on this cliffhanger. Because you leave us on the biggest cliffhanger ever, and then you make us wait this long for Book 10. Not to mention, the quality of the books has really gone downhill since she divorced her husband. I'm going to say that because in Book 7, she was going through a divorce, and she was fully divorced by Book 8, by the end of Book 8. And that's when the quality of the books really shifted. So I have a feeling it has to do with that for why the books aren't as good as they used to be. I know which character you're talking about, by the way. I think. There's 2 possible characters you're talking about. What am I spoiling? I'm not spoiling anything. I don't know what you think I'm trying to spoil because I am spoiling nothing. I'm so confused what you think I'm spoiling. I'm not spoiling anything at all. I was talking about Shannon Messenger's actual, like, life, not the books. It's not spoilers to say that the quality of the books went downhill. Because it's not the events that happened. Well, I'm not planning on it. Why would you think I would? I'm so confused now. Oh, by the way, okay, this is hilarious. I have to tell you what I did. So, a while ago, like Dragon Prince era, while ago. You know how you convinced me to go look at fan art, and so I looked at fan art? That was a horrible idea, by the way, Sam. You should have just let me keep watching the show because um I saw a lot about the last. No, I'm so confused what you're talking about right now, Sam. I never rickrolled Ellie. Nobody can rickroll the rickroller. I'm so confused what you're talking about. But anyways, I got a lot of fan art of the last episode. No, I was complaining that you wouldn't let me keep watching, and you were like, "Go just look at fan art for like season 1 or whatever." That doesn't work. Okay, it's Pinterest. I'm so confused what you're talking about. Okay, anyways. So I looked at fan art, and it was pretty much fine. till I saw art for the last episode. I thought for sure that one character died, and so, like, that's part of why you can't have my reactions because stupid copyright, but my reaction for the last episode, I am devastated because I thought it was actually gonna happen because the spoilers made me think that he was actually gonna die. Okay, you go Rickroll, Ellie. Don't know where this is all coming from, but yeah, so I did that to myself. And also, a certain somebody's death in Mockingjay I managed to gaslight myself out of because somebody spoiled it for me. Like, legitimately, I was doing one of my posts of, like, talking about how much for Dragon Prince, it's the last episode, the character that almost gets killed. Yeah. A certain somebody who I really, really like. But, oh shoot, what was I going to talk about? Hunger Games. A certain character death in Mockingjay. I was reading Catching Fire, and I made a comment about him, and somebody made the comment that, yeah, I'm so sad he died. I gaslighted myself into forgetting about that, which I'm so glad I did, because then it was still a surprise when it came, and I was still super duper upset. Because the problem with spoilers is that then you don't have as many emotions when, like, it actually happens because you knew it was going to happen. Because I got spoiled for the end of Allegiant when I was on, like, chapter 2. It was pretty sad. Pretty sad. Just like, I know who died in Death Cure, and I already knew that going in because, yeah, basically everything on Pinterest that was mixed fandom would spoil that. And, like, Divergent and Maze Runner and Hunger Games all go hand in hand, and so being in Hunger Games and Divergent fandom, I got a lot of Maze Runner. Sam! Can you imagine if Ember was here right now? She would be so mad at you for saying that. She would be so mad because... Okay, no, but one character death, I legitimately laughed. Like, I was not expecting it, and it reminded me of in Sea of Monsters, the Percy Jackson movies, when Kronos eats Percy, or not Percy, Luke. That's the scene it reminded me of, and I just burst out laughing. I couldn't not laugh. Like, yeah, I really wish you could see my reactions for season 7 because some of them are pretty good. You know, the, like, first death in, like, the big battle showdown that I legitimately laughed. If I could show you my reactions for that season, I totally would, but unfortunately, copyright goes, no. But yeah, no, his death, I could not take it seriously. It was so unexpected. I'm so confused what you're talking about right now. You're so confusing. All the time. Ah! Rude. There it is. I'm almost finished. Almost. I actually was making a rosary one of the times that I watched The Dragon Prince. Probably because all boys are confusing to girls, truthfully. Just like all girls are confusing to guys, because it's just how it is. Honestly, girls are confusing to me too, though. Like, people in general are confusing to me. I don't get why people do the things they do. Decade number 4 is done, which means I only have one more left. Can you believe that? I agree. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 decades. So one more Our Father, one more decade, and then the ending. Why is whipped cream traumatizing? Ah. Ah, okay. I'm more worried about spiders. Spiders weird me out. I don't like spiders. What? Why are you disappointed in me? Was that supposed to be a reference to something? Oh. What's it a reference to? No, legitimately, what is it a reference to? Now I'm curious. Also, I get that emoji used on me a lot. Especially from Bird. He uses that one a ton. Watch him be rewatching this. If you are, I have nothing to say. Just, Sam, just tell me what this reference is because I will not sleep in peace at night. You are not Bird. Okay, listen, if you were Bird, I would know. Trust me, I would know. The smiles does not. Oh my gosh, I hate you. Yes, I'm sure. You're literally the worst, Sam. You're not allowed to lie during Truth or Dare, and if you were right, then I would have lied during Truth or Dare. So, because his question was if I had a crush on anybody, and I said 100% no, unless you count fictional. The smile does not say otherwise. It's called You Can Have Friends. You're the worst. Look at this. Look at how long it looks, because it's not looped yet. It will be looped shortly. I have to finish the last decade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'll need 3. So the rest of these will be extras. So I have my extra bead box. I'll need these. These will. Oh, I'll need 2 as well. Real. I disagree. She will. She'll yell at you. Especially because of that thing that you said about Gren. By the way, Ember, that's not a spoiler, okay? Actually, wait, does that make it worse to say that? I don't know. Maybe it is a spoiler. Like I haven't watched the entire series. Depends. Blah. I'm almost finished. Also, Sunrise of the Reaping destroyed me, and now I don't know what to read. Which is part of why I've been watching so much Troll Hunters and making so many rosaries, because I don't. I've been reading this book called One Less God Than You, and it's how to answer like slogans and people and like things that people use to challenge your faith, and like it has a really good structure to it, but I have 0 fiction books that I want to read, and so I have a ton of religion books because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11. Yeah, I have 11 books, religion books, not including the Catechism and the Bible. Because I need to get better about reading like a chapter of my Bible and then probably like I don't even know how the Catechism is divided out, but like a section of the catechism every day, because, you know, I do next year. I'm going to be doing the Bible in a Year podcast, either that or the Catechism in a Year. But I think I'm going to start with Bible in a Year. Or maybe I should start with Catechism in a Year. I don't know. I don't know which one's better to start with. I don't know if it's better to read the Catechism. The Catechism is basically the declaration of everything Catholics believe. It's like, here, I have my Catechism here somewhere. There it is. Grab it. This is the Catechism. It's basically like one of them is the prologue. Okay. So basically, 452. Well, yes, but the Catechism is okay. It's kind of complicated, but the Catechism explains exactly what we believe about the scriptures, because there's so many different ways to interpret scriptures, you know? So like here's an example. 452 says, "The name Jesus means God saves. The child born of the Virgin Mary is called Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins." Matthew 1:21. "There is no other name under heaven given among men by which we must be saved." Acts 4:12. So like it basically has stuff like that in the Catechism. And there is, that's the index. Okay, there is 2,865 doctrines of the Catholic Church in here. Here, this is what it says in the back. Here it is, the first new Catechism of the Catholic Church in more than 400 years, a complete summary of what Catholics throughout the world believe in common. This book is the Catechism. The word means instruction that will serve as the standard for all future catechisms. The Catechism draws on the Bible, the Mass, the sacraments, Catholic tradition and teaching, and the lives of the saints. It comes with a complete index, footnotes, blah, 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 blah. Using the tradition of explaining what the Catholic believes, the creed, what she celebrates, the sacraments, what she lives by, the commandments, and what she prays, the Lord's Prayer, the Catechism of the Catholic Church offers challenges for believers and answers for all those interested in learning about the mystery of the Catholic faith. Here's a positive, coherent, and contemporary map of our spiritual journey towards transformation. So, that's what the Catechism is. Well, I currently have Ascension, which is the RSV Bible, which is what I use for school. And I like the Great Adventure Bible because it actually like breaks down the Bible into timelines, so it makes it really easy to understand. You're lucky. I want a pet. I want a cat. We can't get a cat until Noodle is bigger, though, because we can't risk that the cat would try to eat Noodle. Because, yeah. It's part of why we haven't wanted to leave Noodle outside overnight, which we are tonight, because her indoor enclosure was pretty gross this morning. So we're trying to keep her outside right now, now that she's older. But yeah, we still don't want to like get a cat right now. But I am looking at getting a cat. I'm trying to convince my parents. And I'm pretty close because I've gotten them to actually be looking at cats, which is an improvement. What time is it? 24. And see, Catholics don't approve those Bibles because the Catholics actually have, I think it's 76. Is it 76 or 77? 76 or 77 books in the Bible, and Protestant, after the Martin Luther broke away from the church, any Bibles created after that one only have like 62 books of the Bible. So we use like RSV, NAB, anything that has Maccabees or Tobit in it is officially a Catholic Bible. So as long as it has Maccabees and Tobit, I'll read them. But the issue is that if they don't have Maccabees and Tobit, they're not Catholic. So, because yes, Catholics do have their own Bible, because Catholics, and I think there's a few other religions that also use the Catholic Bible, but I think it's mostly just Catholics that use the Bible with the 76 or 77. I can't remember if it's 76 or 77. It's one of those two. Yeah, 76. 66. The Catholic Bible has 70 some. I think it's 76 or 77. Maybe it's 72. I know that two of the removed books of the Bible are Maccabees and Tobit. Those are the main ones I remember that were the removed books. Because they're the ones that mention purgatory and don't align with Luther's new teachings. Ooh, I didn't like that crack. Because usually when it makes that noise, that means that the thing's going to break. But it hasn't broken yet, so as long as it stays intact, but... Yeah, obviously. But I think like Orthodoxy, maybe, and maybe Baptists. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know a whole lot about the faiths other than Catholics because of the fact that there's still so much to study about Catholicism that I want to finish studying Catholicism before I study other religions, because I'd rather know as much as I can about my faith before I know a lot about other faiths. And I know some people would get annoyed with that, but honestly, I feel like it makes more sense. But yeah, the Catechism is basically a supplement to the Bible of what we believe, because of the fact that for people that aren't theologians or like really like big scholars, it is really hard to decipher the Bible. So we have a lot of teachings, and it's really easy to misunderstand like some of the things that the Bible says. So we have things like the Catechism that can tell us stuff like what it actually means and stuff. If that makes any sense. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain to a non-Catholic. It's basically a statement of beliefs, is what the Catechism is. I can just... Okay. I wasn't sure if Baptists used the 66 book Bible or not. How many books are in the Catholic Bible? 72. There's 72 books in the Catholic Bible. How many religions use the 72 book Bible? I don't care about the whether it was removed or added. I want to know. Okay, considering the fact that 90% of people refer to it as the Catholic Bible, I'm assuming only Catholics use the 72 book Bible. I'm almost finished with this rosary. I'm finishing the last decade right now, and I just have to pull out a rosary center. Where did it go? There it is. And a crucifix, and finish up the end part of the rosary. And then I'm going to go to bed because it's like almost midnight. And I do have to get up for church in the morning. Okay, going to attach this over here. Okay, and then that's crucifixes. I need a rosary center. I'll use this one. Bro. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, like I said, I am trying to focus more on the Catholic faith for right now because I'd rather know as much as I can about my faith and then later learn about other religions because I have a feeling I won't be changing my mind. Because a lot of things that are things that only Catholics believe are things that I truly do full on believe. So it makes it hard to like have any thoughts of changing it because there's like only one religion that teaches the things that I believe, and it's Catholicism. So I'd also like to learn as much as I can about Catholicism because, you know, hello, Sophie. Of course. I am probably going to head to bed in a little bit because I'm going to try and finish up making this rosary and then I'm probably going to go to bed because it's like 11:30 here and I do have to get up for church in the morning. But you're welcome to stay for a while I'm still online. Yeah, Sam's been the only one chatting pretty much the whole time. Thank you. I just made this one the other day. It's like really pearly one. I love this one. I still have enough of these beads to make a second one. So I'm going to make a second one that I can sell because I'm going to keep that one for myself because I really, really like that one. And it feels really nice too. So I'm planning to keep that one. Owie. Just pinched myself. I'm going to just make the 2 Our Father beads really quick because I can open them up later. I'm not giving you mod powers. You think I trust you with that? I would never trust you with mod powers. No offense, but... Okay, so they are a Catholic thing. I just knocked over all of my eye pins. Give me a second. I have to pick them up. I can kind of explain. I'll just be off camera because I have to pick these up. But so rosaries are a Catholic thing. They are a tool of prayer that we use. It's kind of a difficult thing to explain, but the Hail Mary prayer is... So the rosary is a tool of intercessory prayer from Mary. And we... Yeah, well, I don't trust you. So... But, so with a rosary... I'll show you with a finished one, because I don't have the beginning parts of that one. So on the cross, you say, I believe... I'm still learning it myself on how to actually pray it because I wasn't fully taught it at my old school. Like obviously I know the prayers that go into it because they're like super common Catholic prayers, but I haven't gotten used to fully like praying the actual full rosary. But for the cross, there's a couple of prayers that you say, and then these beads, the separate ones that have the chains, those ones are called the Our Father beads. Because you'll say an Our Father and then a Glory Be, and then the... Yes, you have. You definitely have, Sam. But so you say the Glory Be, the Our Father, and... Oh, shoot, what's it called? The Fatima prayer. And then you move on to the 3 Hail Marys, which these are for hope, peace, and charity, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty positive that it's for peace, hope, and charity. And then you say another Our Father, Glory Be, I think. Like I said, I'm still learning it myself, especially the beginning and the end. The middle of the rosary, however, we used to pray like a single decade all the time, so I know the middles very well. So these beads are 10 Hail Marys. So the full Hail Mary prayer 10 times. And then you make it to this one. You say the Our Father, the first mystery, and there's 5 different sets of mysteries, I believe. There's the joyful, the sorrowful, the luminous, the glorious. Those might actually be all the mysteries. There might only be 4 mysteries. See, I'm still learning it myself. There. Here, let me open my rosary up because I have an official... I can tell you exactly what those are in a minute. I'm just trying to... Yeah, okay, there's 4 mysteries. So there's the joyful, the luminous, the sorrowful, and the glorious. And what the mysteries are is there are different events that happened. So the joyful are the childhood of Christ, which we say those on Mondays and Saturdays when we're praying the rosary. The luminous are about the adult life and ministry of Jesus, which are on Thursdays. The sorrowful mysteries are the passion and death on the cross, Tuesdays and Fridays. And then the glorious mysteries are the resurrection and aftermath, which are Wednesday and Sunday. And each of these mysteries, there's 5. And so when you're saying your rosary, you have the first... So when you're on the Rosary Center, you announce the first mystery, which for... What day is it? Saturday? Yeah, it's Saturday. So that'd be... the joyful mysteries. So, for example, the joyful mysteries, the first mystery is the Annunciation, and then you have a fruit of the mystery, which is what you um, meditate on as you're saying your 10 Hail Marys, which is what we call the decade, which is a decade of the rosary. So you'll say 10 Hail Marys after announcing the first mystery. You'll say 10 Hail Marys, and then you get to this bead, and you say the glory be the Our Father, and then you announce the second mystery, which for I have to figure out how to. Okay, my app isn't going to tell me. I have a second app that should tell me all the prayers. Okay. Mm-hmm. They have a specific rosary on here, I think. I thought they did at least. Okay, I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Okay, I actually, because I have a full-on guide that tells me everything that you go through. In prayers, you do the sign of the cross, which we say before every prayer, which is just in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It's the sign of the cross. And then we say the Apostles' Creed, which is basically a declaration of what we believe. Then we say the Our Father, and then we say 3 Hail Marys, and then a Glory Be. And then we announce the first mystery, which is the Annunciation. And then we say the 10 Hail Marys, like I said. And then you get to the Our Father bead, and you say the Our Father, the Glory Be, and then you announce and then you announce the second mystery, which would be the Visitation. So you'd announce the Visitation is the second. So yeah, you'd announce so you'd be like, glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. And then you'd say the second joyful mystery, the Visitation. And then you can just say the Visitation, or you can literally just say that, or you can actually explain what the second mystery was. And like I said, they each have things to meditate on. This doesn't tell me what they are. But then you say 10 more Hail Marys, and then you repeat that process 5 times with all 5 mysteries. And then when you get back to the end of the rosary, you then say the Hail Holy Queen prayer, which is another prayer to Mary. All right, adios, Sophie. I hope I kind of explained it a little bit. You have a few more closing prayers after that, but it's actually pretty simple, and there is a lot of tools out there to like explain it better, and I might do a video on it. So keep an eye out for that. I'm so bad at explaining things, actually. It's like kind of bad. But yeah, the rosary is a complicated thing. 5. You're not alone. I exist. Thank you. 2, 3, 4, 5. You're so dramatic. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm almost done with this rosary. And then we're both going to bed because, yeah. Oh, good grief. That didn't work. Here we go. But I'm thinking of doing a video on like how to pray the rosary and what it is. Because I think it could be a useful thing to have. You know, I feel like it'd be a useful video for a lot of people. So I'm thinking of doing that. Uh-huh. Totally. Yeah. Who said you're dramatic? Okay. I need 3 more eye pins. 1, 2. Okay, well there was already 3 here. Okay. Put that one away. Go vision softly creeping. I'm almost done with this rosary, and then I can go to bed. And then I can get up in the morning and go to mass and promote that I'm going to be at the farmer's market on Saturday selling rosaries. It's a good place to promote that because that's all the Catholic people. And then I have to work for 6 hours. And then I'll get home and I'll probably go to bed because it'll be like 6 o'clock by the time I get home. And I'll probably like watch an episode of a show or something. Maybe read a little bit. And then go to bed. And then I'll wake up and it'll be Monday. And then I'll have to do some schoolwork because I have like 3 exams left. That's hilarious. I do want to get into making like Catholic bracelets because I think it could be fun. And they'd still go with the theme. We're going to... Oh, that's wrong. There we go. All right, last bead that I'm putting on, and then I just have to grab a crucifix and attach the crucifix. Realistically, I think I could actually make just normal beaded bracelets out of these supplies, and I could like add a crucifix onto them and make them religion ones, or order in a bunch of saint medals and make saint ones. Could do that too because I could theme them. Ah, this one's being really obnoxious because it's the last one and it knows that And so it's like, I'm going to be purposely annoying because, yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. I need a crucifix. Where did I put them? Oh, they're there. These are 2 of my 4. Where's the other one? Okay. That's all 3 of my 4. No. I want to watch it, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. This won't work. And I've watched like 1 episode of Green's POV. And then I got distracted. Well, I want to. It's really overwhelming trying to figure out where to start. Because there's so many. Okay, actually, I did see a decent amount of it because I watched a lot of Cleo's. But I watched like 2 or 3 and then I just got overwhelmed by how much she swore. So I stopped watching them. Okay, I give up on this method. Okay. Gotcha. I did watch one of his. I know he doesn't. Oh, goodness gracious. I just have to completely redo this one. It's so messed up. I'm going to attach the crucifix before I do this. Okay. Gotcha. I'm almost finished. I'm so close. The end is in sight. I am, actually. I think it's going to be fun. Because I might meet some Catholics that I didn't even know were Catholic. Or maybe I will meet people that aren't Catholic that are interested in buying my rosaries, which will make me pretty happy. See, I'm not excited to go shopping at the farmer's market. I'm actually like being crafty at the farmer's market. And I know a lot of people younger than me and my age that sell at farmer's markets. Aha! I finished. Voila! The final product looks so pretty. I was never excited for bouncy houses, actually. How dare I what? I'm going to leave the live stream open while I finish organizing things, putting things away. Okay, this is all put away. And I just have to deal with the rest of the beads. Ah, yeah. I know. It's insane how heavy beads are. I forgot about my chain. Well, yeah, that's technically what mine is too. But I am going to end this and go to bed because it's like midnight here. So, and it's even later for you. So, you should go to bed too. And I have to get up for mass in the morning. So, I'm going to go to bed and I will talk to you later. And I will probably do another live stream tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Monday. Of me making more rosaries because I need to make more rosaries, or maybe even just me kind of talking about rosaries. So, yeah. All right. Adios. Good night.